Hello guys. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Still doing some of the setup because we have a new program for the avatar that came out just today, and I'm actually testing it. I mean, I just started it, and I'm trying to see if I can use it tonight or not. Hopefully yes, but I don't know how it will look. I mean, it will look the same because the character is the same. I mean, similar, but not identical maybe. But I'm a bit late for that. And wait, I still need to post on Facebook. Let me do it, huh? Let me do it. Yeah. Okay. I did it. I'm just missing our calendar. And then I think we're good to go. And then I think we're good to go. Today is Tuesday 17, but no, 17, I mean it's 17, but Tuesday is fine, huh? Okay, I think I'm done. Unfortunately, I don't have a media team that is like working for me. So I have to do everything manually. I think I'm here. I don't know. I have no idea how it will look but I think it should be fine. It doesn't look okay. That's the way it looks. It doesn't. Because maybe it's in this one. Okay, wait a second, we're gonna copy it. I mean, if it doesn't work well, we will go back to the previous one, huh? Easy. Bloop. Okay, the background seems to be fine. I just don't see how I look. The problem is that the eyes are a bit different. Maybe it's too low. So one of the differences is that the head is moving more. Yeah, the head is definitely moving way more than before, and maybe even too much, you know? Like if I move up if I move up, it really moves up. If I move left, it really moves left. I would say the response of the body is definitely way better than before. I can. He's tracking my tongue. I mean, he's tracking for real my tongue. Like. Oh my god, okay, I think we will go with this. Does it look different? Or it looks fine? Does it look different from the previous one? Or I think it looks a bit different. The fur is still nice. But yes, I have this unlimited time because unfortunately there is a subscription mechanism now. But I mean, I think I can pay for that, but I will try to use the free version and see if that's enough. And if it's not enough, I don't know, maybe we will. The only issue is that in this scene we don't have the background for some reason. Why? No, I think because the other webcam is on. Yes. So that background is coming from the previous webcam. Here it is. Okay. I don't know, I think it looks a bit too bouncy. Like when I move, even if I move a little, it's bouncing up and down. Look at how much. It's bouncing so much up and down. And also it seems it can go after the... No, I don't know. It's bouncing a lot. I mean, I'm sitting on a chair, I'm just moving my head back. Like now I move the head back a bit and forward a bit. And he's really moving the shoulders so much. Look at how his shoulders are going up and down. It's like if I'm jumping on the chair, but I'm not, I tell you. I'm only moving slightly the head. I don't know, I think it's a bit too much. Maybe it can be reduced. Maybe there is a setting to reduce head. And also I see that it's bouncing a lot when I look to the right. When I look to the right, it seems that the spine is somehow... Pitch movement. What is the pitch movement? Let me try to reduce the pitch movement a lot. I'm still doing it. He's still doing this thing of going back and forth. I don't know why. Okay, we will live with that. I hope it's not too annoying. You will tell me if it's better or worse than the previous streams. I think you know because you have seen so many streams and you are used to my face, and so maybe you can judge better than me, you know, if it looks okay or was better the previous one. He moves the ears, yes. It's moving the ears somehow. I think it's a better tracking for the face, but this movement up and down I think is super annoying. Like if I change slightly the position like this, like I went more to the back in my chair and it's really moving up, but okay. What is the picture of the day? Someone in the death realm, huh? Someone trying to find an exit from the realm of the dead. Okay, so do you remember what we were doing or not? Yes, these were some settings for this program that I was testing. So what we were doing the alpha release thing, right? So we were trying to release the alpha, or anyway, to prepare for the release of the alpha, because we are not ready yet to release. But we are working on the release, right? So the Linux is actually completed. So the Linux recompiled successfully, which is nice. And okay, the Windows is fine. And the Mac is actually recompiling, but I think it will take, as I said, about 10 hours or so to recompile. So we'll probably be finished tomorrow. I don't know. So if it recompiles. So yeah, for Linux we reached this point, and we are in good shape. For Windows, we were doing the test, right? So we wanted to test with the latest maps, right? So this was the idea. So let me check if I update the world directory. We should already be updated. There's just been some small changes, or some changes by other people. He's moving his ears, yes. I see. I see he's moving his ears. I can probably remove it, but I'm not moving my ears. This is what I can tell you. So I'm not moving my ears and he's moving his ears. Or maybe yes, or maybe I am. Maybe I am moving my ears. Okay, so what I wanted to do, we have all the maps, right? Now the problem is that if I open the editor or I launch the server, but I think we can and see what happens. So if I launch the server now we have the full set of maps. Some of these maps have not been shader compiled yet, so that's the problem. So I think that some of these maps needs to recompile shaders, and I feel that the movement is more responsive, but the up and down is definitely a bit weird. If I look up, you know, also the smile is different. I don't know. Can connect to database. Okay, that's an easy one. I guess we did not start the database because I think I restarted the machine. Yes, I restarted the machine because we had a blackout today, an electricity blackout of about 1 hour, which is really a lot. And then they sent us a message saying that they were doing some work on the road just close to me. I mean, not exactly the one next to me, but 2 roads away. And they actually, by mistake, cut off their own cable. And yeah, and so they basically cut off the electricity for the whole area around me. Like, I think 1 kilometer square or so. And yeah, and so they had to fix it. They tried to fix it as soon as possible, but still it took some time. And at the end they fixed it. And so when the electricity went down, basically this machine restarted as well. Okay, so we should pay attention to the errors that we get, because these errors are real errors. So these errors are errors coming from the production database, and we should check which kind of errors we have, because we want to load this database. I've seen some errors on icons, but icons I think we don't care too much. But for example, this one, which is calculate damage new, which seems to have an error. I think this one is the one that Eonwind was working on. So let me try to message him. For now we can disable it. I get this error on loading the production database. Yeah, oops, fuck. I posted in the wrong I posted in the wrong channel. I posted it in the general channel. I wanted to post it in the internal channel. Okay, I deleted it. So I'm getting this error while loading the production database in Unreal. Okay, so I think for now we can disable it, but we can check which kind of script it is. I think it's the new script for combat that he was working on, and it seems that there are meanwhile, let me just change music, because I usually use the plane shift music on the introduction, but then we use other music during the stream. This epic, okay. New version, not now, please. So let me go in our production database and see that script. I think it's a math script. And it's a script that is called calculate damage new. So it's this one. I don't know the differences between this one and the previous one. It seems to be pretty big script. The error that we get is on this line. If debug attack system info blah 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 blah, where it's basically saying that attacker send system info. Let me see if we were using a similar technique also on the previous one. If debug attacker send system info. Yeah, it was actually slightly different. So we were not using the if debug in the previous version, but we were using just this, and by the way it was commented out. So let me say that for now I will comment this out, at least this line, and we will see if with this commented the server is starting up, because that's a critical error. If some of the math scripts are not loading, the server is not going up, and it is for the integrity, to ensure the integrity of the files and to ensure the integrity of the execution. We have another error. We have another error on the rejuvenation elixir. Where he's complaining about wow, this line is an insane line. I mean, it's super long. I think the problem could be the rain. Yes, I think I had this issue, no? I think we already knew that we have to use, for the XML parser, we need to use double quotes and not single quotes. I think I had a comment on this. No? Yeah, there's also the problem with the books, but that's another issue. I remember I mentioned this, no? Or I didn't. Seems I didn't. Seems I didn't. But I think it's failing because I think it's called I think I have too many files open, by the way. I think I definitely have too many files open. Pam. I think is I think yeah, this is a progression script. Okay, so it's another table. And the name is consume item whatever. Pom 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 pom. Consume 93. So this is the thing, and I think that the problem is this. Now let me search for let me search for I think I can escape it, right? Should be able to. Wow. There are a million using that. I think I did this job already, but I don't remember. I don't remember exactly how we fixed it. Because the XML parser of Unreal Engine is a bit of a strict parser. And I think that is failing on parsing these files because they have the single quote, which should be or escaped or just substituted as a double quote. The problem is that if I change it as double quote, then this T will not work. So I don't remember how. Okay, let me go maybe in the, let's do this. Let's go in the normal database, in the database that was loading, okay, which was and meanwhile we opened the, so let me go in the database that was loading and search for the same thing basically. No, this one has it anyway and loads. So the problem is not that. The problem is something else. Okay, which is good news. Let me see if I can find just an XML validator. I had it already, right? XML validator online. Which one was the good one? No errors found. No errors found. I think I searched this already. Oh my god. Disable all. Okay, thank you. No errors were found. Ah, there it is. I've seen it. I think I already mentioned this error some time ago, but we said we were gonna fix it, but then no one fixed it in production. I think I had the same comment a long time ago, but okay. I think no one fixed it in production. There is a double, you see that there is a double closure here of the XML. So this is what is generating the issue. Okay, let me fix it in production now so that it's done once and forever, because I don't want to go back to this error again. So I have to go on the other screen because I need to go to the production thing, and I have to do some secret stuff. No, nothing very secret, but so this will be what? This will be consume item 93 something, right? Under progression script. Now the problem I think is that there are like 20 million pages of this, but I think I can search it by number, which is this one. Yes, I found it. Okay, there it is. Okay. Update script. Okay, so now it's updated in production, so we will not have any more issues on that. And let me change it also here so that we have it correct. Okay, so let's start the server again and see what happens. I think there were a few more errors, but they were mostly on icons that are missing, and we know that some icons are missing, so it's not really an issue. By the way, how are you guys today? Let me check meanwhile another thing. I want to see Okay, fine. Not sure what is this. Ah, it's the weather system. Yes, because the last time I started it with the full database, we didn't have the weather system on. So now he's loading all the NPC, and I see that for some we are getting some errors. Wait, where was it? Could not find sector, should have a rampant position. Okay, these ones we should save and try to understand why certain NPC do not have a proper position. Right, so maybe we put it in we put it in a kind of a temporary thing somewhere. I think I can close all these ones. I don't need it anymore. This was the Twitter idea. Well, the Twitter idea, maybe I keep it because I think it was a good one. So I think I can reuse this one. So all the could not find sector we should collect, because these are NPC that for some reason are failing to load. And let me try to catch all of them and see if they are all located in the same place or not, but probably not. Yeah, you see there are different coordinates. So these are NPC which are in invalid coordinates, and they should not be in invalid coordinates. I think there are quite a number, but considering we have like 1000 or so at the end, you know, if the broken one are like 15, I mean it's not a big issue. But definitely yes, all these coordinates, some seems to be close to each other. Like for example, this one seems to be close to this one, right? And this one, no, this one is very distant. This one probably, yeah, this one is very close to this one. Somehow, I mean, it's not exactly the same place, but it's somehow in the range. This one as well seems to be close. This one's not. In theory, we should have no NPC that are falling through the ground when we have all the maps loaded. Right? So let me take this information and try to understand in which part of the map they are falling. Because it's a bit of a pity to have NPC falling, because anyway, you know, they are still getting loaded by the server, but at the same time they are falling through the floor, and so players will never see them, and so it's a kind of a waste, you know. Okay, I think that's all because he went up, so I think this one is probably, oops, the same that we already have. No, 179, no, it's a new one. No, it didn't went up yet. Wow, there are many though. I was hoping there were less, but it seems there are still quite a bit. They may be all located in the same place. Like this one, and this one seems to be pretty much in the same location. If you look at the numbers, right? Okay, we can start to look at these ones and see why. So we can launch the editor and check these coordinates and see exactly these coordinates where they are, right? Meanwhile, let me see if the okay, the server anyway kind of started up. He has some issue with some brains not associated to NPC, but this may be disabled NPC, so NPC that are actually not enabled in the game. Now, what the server is doing is building the static meshes. Now, let me see how much memory we are using, because now we are, using at the maximum. So the server at the moment is using 6 gigabytes. It's using 6 gigabytes of RAM, which I would say is still reasonable if it stays like that. And he's using 50% of my CPU. Can you still hear me okay? I think the stream still, yeah, it seems to be. It seems that the avatar now is moving way quicker, so the responsiveness is definitely more. I don't like too much but yes, it's basically building all the static meshes that it needs, in all the maps that I didn't load in very long time. So I think meanwhile, while he's doing that, I think we can launch the editor and try to understand where these coordinates are, right? We can do it 2 ways though. We can check the. I can also do it by ID, by NPC ID. So like for example here you see this one failed, and I have the NPC ID, this one 800-0029. I think it's this one. So if I search in my database, yeah, I think it's that one. I was just trying to read the log to see if it was giving me more information, but so if we go under characters and we search an ID which is equal to this. No, sorry. Not in this database. In the other database. So this one is located in sector number 76. Sector number 76 is BD Road Cave 02. So we still have some issue there, huh? It's kind of strange because in theory this area was fixed fully, but maybe something happened. Let me just see if this guy is one of the guys that we already tried to fix. No, he's not one of the guy that we tried to fix. He's not. Okay. So, I think what we can do... So the server started, by the way. But there are some NPC that are falling down through the floor. Ah, you know what can be? They can be the NPC. They were actually in the place where I built the village. Because they are not that many anyway, huh? You see, it's basically this list. I think these ones are falling down to the ground. Let me see if it matches with this list. Yes. Yes, this, you see, this one is this one. So I think this one is pretty much the list of the falling ones. We can check why. We can check why. Now, to check why, I think the only way for us is to stop the server, launch the editor, and see. Even if here is building the distant fields and everything, but I think we will stop it for now because we have enough to work on. So so let me start the editor because I would like to reach, 100% of the NPC not falling. I think I reached that point some time ago, but I think that then we did some fixes to the landscape, and also I think I added this farm village, and so maybe where the farm village was, there were monsters, and now they are falling through the floor, which is very, very possible. Hello, George. Welcome. Thank you. We are working on fixing everything that we see that is wrong, before the next alpha release. And at the moment, I have copied the production database from the PS Legacy, and I am let's say I am trying to load that database, the full database, in PS Unreal, and we are trying to see which kind of errors we get. I think it was BD Road 2, right? BD Road 2, which was the 76, right? BD Road... no, BD Road Cave 02. This one. BD Road Cave 02 is a different sector. Because BD Road Cave 02 BD Road Cave 02. Okay, let's go one by one. Let's not care too much where they are in the map. Let's just take the locations. So this is the location. So the best way for us to understand, or we load all the maps, but loading all the maps will be nearly impossible. Or no, I need to know in which map is it. I think is the best solution. So if I do ID equal to this, right? If I do ID equal to this, I found out that this one is in sector 28, and sector 28 for me is the sewers. Okay, so this guy is one of the sewers guys. Okay, which makes sense. So we did an update on the sewers recently. Yes, this guy is in the sewers file, but for some reason it's still falling, so probably these coordinates are not precise, or there was a manual mistake, which obviously is easy, that happens. So the sewers are now part of the IDLA level, so we need to load the map, the main map, and inside that main map we can focus one of the sewers pieces. Like this one, for example. Okay, and inside of this, what we want to do, I think my suggestion is if we put just the marker and then we follow the marker, I think it will be the easiest. So if I get an empty actor, put it here, and then this empty actor, we call it empty actor. We set it to the right coordinates, right? Then we basically know where that is. And then if we focus on selected, oops, we are in a completely wrong position. So I assume that there is a simple mistake, like a minus sign that is missing. Yes, correct. There is a minus sign that is missing from this list. And I assume that the same error is here, which is probably one of the other guys that is failing. Okay, so let's do it one by one. So I will execute this line now. The easiest, if I do it, yeah, I can do it in if I put this database as the main database, as the default database, and then I open a new SQL window, it will point to that. So if I do this update, okay, so that one we fixed, and I assume that also this one is probably one of the one that is failing. 516, or anyway, I mean, if he's not failing, he's anyway in the wrong position. So yeah, but you see, 516. So this one we fixed, and this one we are gonna fix now. It was just a missing minus sign. Okay, so this one also we fixed. Then there is the 19. Let me see if it's still in the same file, potentially. Yes, these two also are missing the minus sign. Minus and minus. Nice, so it was a simple mistake. Okay, and then so we fixed 918627, which is this one, and we fixed 338, which is this one. We still have one missing, which is 100,194. Let me see if also this one is in the same file. Yes, it is, and it's also missing a minus sign. Okay, nice. So they were only very simple mistakes, so that's good. Assuming there are no other mistakes, but it seems to be fine. So now we changed it in the master file, and so this will not happen anymore, right? The next time we launch it. You're excited to try the alpha? You release on Linux? Yes, I'm releasing it on Linux, and I'm also trying to release it on Mac. The Mac will be the most problematic. If any of you has a Mac, I think will be important to test. Or if no one of you has a Mac, I think we will buy a Mac. I have a Mac Mini which is super slow, but I think I would like to buy a new Mac Mini, which we saw that it was coming out today, I think, or yeah, in these days. This one, new Apple Mac Mini with a new chip, M1. Can I change the language so you can read? I will try to set it to UK. So maybe. No. If I set it to UK, he's asking me to set it to Italy for some reason, but I think I will stay with UK and then there's no chance. He's anyway giving it to me in Italian. He really loves the Italian for some reason. You know, he's trying to give me the best service, you know, by giving to me the list in Italian, but I want you to read as well. Anyway, I think I can just click here. New guts, more glory. What the hell? Eight-core CPU. But I think unfortunately if I need to buy it, I have to stay in Italian. Because otherwise it's giving me prices that are not really relevant to me. I think. But I think we will have to do it because, I mean, I'm thinking we will have to do it. Will probably be the easiest way, you know. To actually do a full test on a real machine, because At the moment, I'm not really able to test the client. So if you want 8 core with 256 giga is 819. If you want 512 giga is 1049 plus VAT. So actually is 1250. No way. What a oh, the serial number. No, it's too long. Cannot do it now. So this is the minimum of the Mac Mini. This is like the medium version, and this is like the beastie version. Okay, I will think about it. I think let's see how the compilation of Mac goes, and let's see if some of you have, you know, a Mac to test. And we will see. But yes, I would like to release on Mac as well. I want to keep it. I want to keep it on all platforms. Okay, so we fixed that. And it would be also nice to try one compilation on mobile and see what happens. But because in theory we can compile mobile, in theory, with Unreal Engine. In theory we can. Okay, let's relaunch the server another time and see if now those errors are gone. Yeah, there are a few other errors, but yeah, I don't understand exactly what is this. Sector W Tower Dungeon is missing a safe location. Okay, because we don't have the safe location for all of these sectors, which is kind of a good point. Even if I don't know if these sectors we are actually using. But okay, I understand what it means. Also because this message is a message that I wrote, so I should know. There are a number of invalid icons, but I don't care. I saw a few going through, like this one. Okay, let's try to take this 1 second and see why actually is still bugged, okay? Why this one is still bugged. This is 9015558. No, actually it was not that one, it's the one after. Fuck. Well, we can just search the log. I think if we search the log is easy. Let's search the log for this. Some of the characters are still pointing to the ALS, V4 and MVP. Okay, so that I need to check. I think it should be this guy. Should be a Grendel. Let me see if also this one was in the sewers, but probably not. No, in fact not. So this one is another problem. This one is sector 76, which is the one that we have seen before, the cave, the BD Road cave. No, so this one is definitely another issue. Is using race gender ID 26, so we are... so this guy is a normal Grendel character. Okay, let me collect a few of this, and I think we can delete this one, which is the old log. So we have this guy to check. We have this guy to check. There are actually a few, huh? There are actually a few. Which are still failing to load, or they are in invalid positions. Okay, so let's try to fix these ones. Yeah, and we still have a number that are falling. I assume are the same ones, but let me see. I assume are the same ones, but yes, this one is this. This one is this. It's 56, I don't know. But at least the first two are in this list. Okay. So let me go to the editor, because we want to reach a 0% failure, okay, on those ones. So, and we can disable them, huh? So one way could be to just disable them, but I would prefer, you know, to put them in the right position instead of disabling them. Because there are already quite a number of NPC which are not loading because we don't have the right models. I've seen someone was complaining about the consumer character not being loaded. Strange. Because in theory it's here. We can check if it loads fine. Seems it loads okay. There is no... seems to be no compilation issue. Yeah. Okay, let's do the same trick. So let's go into the main map. Let's find where these things are located. And we said that these guys are in BD Road Cave 2. So I think we have one level which is including all the caves. Which is this one. So we loaded it up. Hello Maui, good evening. We have a new face tonight. The face is different because the program managing my face is different. And one other thing that I noticed is that if I move back and forward like I'm doing now, actually the character is moving up and down. Right? I don't know if this is good or bad, but this is what is happening. I also see that it's a bit more responsive, so like I can move my head quicker than before. And also I can move my head to the left and right better than before. Before I could not do this. So it seems there are some advantages. Maybe, you know what I can do? I can post the Twitch stream in that program yeah, I just posted it now. I just posted it now. Maybe someone will come to see the stream because they are testing the program, and today is the launch day, so it's the first time this program is released. Has been released today, and so I'm testing it and seeing if it works fine. For now, it works fine. We have a kind of a timeout in about 22 minutes where I will have to restart it, which may be a bit annoying, but that's what it is. Because he has a maximum time of usage unless you buy a subscription, but it's okay. Maybe we will buy it. Okay, so I loaded the caves map. Now, I think we should do the same. No. For some reason it's not. Well, the server is taxing my machine so much because the server is now, you see, is building all the distance fields. Maybe I can stop it 1 second. And also the editor is building the distance fields. So both of them are, you know, fighting for creating the cache. Maybe I can stop the server momentarily. Okay, now I think he went into the caves. So I suggest to do the same, to take a fake actor, put it in the level, then set, we will call it empty actor, and then we will set his coordinates to the coordinates that are failing, and we see if we can find a position, right? So this seems to be the position. This is very weird. You see there are two coordinates which are identical. I don't think that's correct. There are two coordinates which are exactly identical, so there could be also a kind of a copy-paste issue. Yes, in fact we are completely on the other side of the world, and it means that that is not the right place. Let me see. Maybe it is one of the ones that we change manually. I can check. Seems not. Yes, is more in the sewer files which are missing the minus, I guess. No, or some in the sewer files which have actually an invalid position. I need to check this too with Tua. Did it just a mistake of copy paste? Nothing else. Let me see if Tua, maybe, if we are lucky and Tua is here. So I'm saying two, I'm getting few errors on the sewers positions. Some I fixed myself, were just some missing minus signs in coordinates. But these ones I struggle to fix, as seems to be an error in copy paste where two values are identical. And actually we have these two. And we have this one for sure. So we have these two, that one, and probably that's it. 1022. We still have another one, which is 122. Yes, it's also here. These ones also seems to be. This one seems just be a minus missing. Okay, so this one is easy. This one we can fix. Oops. This one we can fix just by executing the proper sequel. Sorry, I lost myself in this. Okay. Okay, so this one we fixed. This one we fixed. Let me just check if there is any other missing minus sign, which can be. Okay, this one is the one that we know. These ones are the other two we know. No, the other seems all to be okay. Okay, so fine. So did we get other errors or not? I don't think so. I think we got pretty much, you know, these errors about these ones falling down. You see that the printout is a bit annoying, but it's a bit annoying by purpose, right? In the sense that he's continuously trying. So basically the NPC is in an impossible position and is falling down to the below the ground, and the code is detecting this and is setting the new location to be the default location for that NPC, trying to restore it, but that location is wrong, and so it goes down, right? It goes back down. There are some errors on Npc Teleporting. Like 155. Is this 155 also one of the ones that we have in this list? No. No, actually 155 seems to be trying to move, but it seems he's not capable of moving where he wants to move. But anyway, the server is up, okay, and he's running. So what we can try to connect with a valid client and see what happens. So how do you find a new face? You found it different from the previous, or you find it the same? I think it's a bit more expressive, like if I move my eyes, if I move my eyebrows, I think it's a bit more reactive than the one before. And it can be tweaked, by the way. Can be tweaked. Okay, so now we have the full server running in the background. So I'm assuming that memory-wise it starts to be a bit heavy. So memory-wise we are at 11 giga. We still have 6-7 gig available on my machine of memory, but CPU is at 100% because unfortunately the Unreal Engine is still recalculating, I think, or not? Maybe not. Yeah, still recalculating distance fields. So they say we are running without loading the cooked assets, and so this means that he has to regenerate the cache on the fly. I mean, he does it only once, so it's not that he does it all the time, but he's basically trying to regenerate the cache now for all the maps, right? Because it's very long time that I don't launch the server with all the maps. I hope my PC can do it. Maybe we can close this one, because actually at the moment we don't need it. Maybe we'll need it later, but not now. Can probably also close no, the browsers I cannot. This one is using 0 memory, so I would say it's not a problem. Okay, the client seems to be loading fine. Now the problem is that also the client wants to build distance fields and cache and shader left. You see that he's compiling shaders. So there is actually a lot going on at the moment. Will be interesting to see for every new player that joins how much the server memory is going up. Also, we'd be interested to know if there are any leaks, memory leaks, and the memory is going up anyway. Or not. I mean, the memory is going up, by the way. I don't know why, but it's going up. So probably yes, there are some memory leaks, or simply is the fact that it's rebuilding the distance fields, which is adding, as soon as you finish one, is adding it to the memory. And hello, Warnest. Your server doesn't work for graphical stuff? Well, depends if he has a graphical card which is good enough, but usually server side do not. So usually, I mean, you should use the server as a server and then having another client connect to it. Right? What the hell is WinGoop? What the hell is WinGoop for Notepad++? Is this Notepad++ or is an additional plugin? It is using 6% of my CPU? What the fuck? What is that? What is WinGoop? That is using 5% of my CPU. You crazy? No way. No wings. WinGoops. WinGoop. WinGoop is a generic updater running under Windows environments. WinGoop is a generic updater for running under Windows environment. WinGoop is to provide a ready-to-use configurable updater. Yeah, but bro, it's using 6% of my 12 CPU. Are you joking? I mean, don't even try. What the hell? It's trying to update something here or what? Man, you're gonna go. I don't want anyone to run. Let's see if he restarts it again. Maybe we restart it, but 6% is so much. Server memory continued to go up anyway, but we still have these guys falling down, but we will hopefully fix them soon. Did I use Incredibuild? No, what is Incredibuild? Okay. Our character seems to load. I don't see the armor, but I don't know if I had the armor equipped. Now, consider that the server at the moment is running through the editor. So it's not a shipping build of the server. Holy moly. What the hell? What the fuck? What happened to my character? What happened to my character, boys? I don't know. There was just a second, but it was completely fucked up. But now basically I cannot move the screen. Cannot move the screen. What the hell is this thing doing? We are probably still building cache. Let him stabilize a bit because, yeah, you see, it's compiling shaders. Now, this is something that will not happen when I ship the client, because when we ship the client, we compile it, you know, in shipping mode, and everything is cooked. So every piece is already pre-packaged, every shader is already pre-compiled. So there may still be a bit of startup time, but in general, it should not happen. Okay, now in fact seems to be a bit better. Still my machine is pretty taxed, you know, with the server taking like 60% of the CPU, which I think is mostly NPC, right? It's mostly NPC moving. But should work. So it seems that the armor is a bit fucked up, huh? I don't know why, but it seems that the armor is not in good shape. I don't know if it's the texture or is really the model, or if we applied the wrong. But for sure the torso plate is not getting replaced, huh? At the moment. But I think the torso plate, I never actually did it. So I never programmed it in Unreal. So I think in Unreal is not switching. I see that the gloves I cannot switch in, but they look very weird. They look like I don't know. The look is very, very, very weird. They don't look okay. Maybe still compiling some shaders, but wow, it took quite a bit to remove the arms. If you have seen, it took like 3-4 seconds to update the texture. Yes. I mean, again, this is not the best test, you know, because we have the server with all the maps, all the NPC and everything running on the same machine as everything else, so but apart from that, seems to be working fine. Apart this very, very weird these very weird textures, like the reflection is completely off. on the legs. I don't know if this is working or not. I don't know if I can look at an item on the... I don't think so. Ah, yes, I can. Incredible. It seems that I can. Yeah, the layout is a bit fucked up, but that is expected, you know, because actually the books are not exactly the same, but I'm already fairly happy that this is loading and you can read something. What about this item? Post box. Is in the right position. This item has the texture completely fucked up. And this item does not have... Some of these items don't have the right mapping to... There are some items, like this one should be a table, right? This one should be a table and is actually a sack, which is the default item when it doesn't find the right mesh. And this one should be a stool, and also we have the same problem, so it's not finding the right mesh. And this one definitely has the wrong texture. Medium tent. It's kind of strange though, because I don't know if it's the code that is trying to change the texture, or if it's the actual... Did my face stop? Yeah, I think my face stopped, huh? I guess I'm not tracking anymore, eh? I'm not tracking anymore. Okay, this is one of the annoyances of the new program, that unless you buy a subscription, you have to restart it. But I think the good news, just one second, I think the good news is that the restart is fairly quick. While with the other one, if you remember, I was getting quite few errors on... The annoying part is that it always starts on the main screen, and he always starts with the webcam on, and he always starts with all the wrong settings. So it is getting annoying anyway. It is getting annoying. I mean, they kind of did it by purpose so that people buy the subscription, but It's kind of annoying to have to redo, you know, the configuration every time. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. Okay, just I think I calibrated him again. And so now, in theory, we should be good to go. No? Why not? Because I need to click on broadcast. Yes. Need to click on broadcast. Okay, now I'm live again with the avatar. With the avatar. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to fix these items one by one, or do we want to search for worst bugs? Or I think these are already pretty good bugs to fix. Like this medium tent seems not to be working as expected. So let me try to make a list. Where do we keep a list? We keep a list in. Let's keep a list here, okay? So medium tent, wrong texture for whatever reason. Then we have small carved table, no mesh. And then we have stool, no mesh. Maybe we can collect a bit of those, you know, just going around and see which others we get. And I have to say, it feels pretty heavy. Like moving at the moment doesn't feel very smooth. I think because he's loading stuff in the back, like now it completely stopped. I think because he's loading stuff in the background. And again, we are probably not in the best setup because there is the server running in the background. But like now it completely stopped. He's compiling shaders. Yeah, okay, if he's compiling shaders, we know already the problem, okay? So if he's compiling shaders, it's because we didn't cook the content. And this is why. Maybe we should run in a shipping mode, but if I run in shipping mode, then I need to... No, one thing that we can do, we can run against the Linux machine. So we can have the Linux machine be the server, right? Yeah, maybe this would be a better idea. We can have the Linux machine be the server, and we are the client, so we are... you know, having because now is unplayable. I mean, it's like 1 FPS in this moment. You feel a connection to your familiar. Okay, thank you. I feel a connection to my familiar at the moment. Interesting life. My inventory is a bit of a mess. I'm just trying to understand if it's the server, which is... Yeah, still building. You see, sometimes one message goes through, which is finished building, this one, finished distant building, 10 seconds, blah, blah, blah. So it's still building the cache. And... yeah. Yeah, it's not usable. I cannot rotate. I cannot rotate because it's just going crazy. What is this thing? Idla Sanatorium. So this tent is the same issue. Has the wrong texture. There are some random beds placed here. Maybe something that was made for an event or something. This seems to be the large tent. Now, if I click it, it's not allowing me to... But I think this one is the large tent, so it's a similar item. Now here we have two boxes, which one is inside the other. I don't know why, but maybe that's the way it was designed. The beds, also the bed seems to be in a different position or what? Because the beds are a bit outside, I don't know. Maybe the rotation is not correct? The cooking place seems to be fine. But definitely this tent has a problem. So let's say that we will check also the large tent, which has the wrong texture. Let me see if these two guys are okay. I think probably this guy has a torso plate and is not showing right. I think we need to fix the torso plates. I think we need to fix torso plates, mesh not showing. The mesh is not showing, and I don't know if it's also... no, it's not messing up the texture, but... The torch seems to have no... No, we need to fix this background of the container. It's so transparent that you don't see anything. It's super annoying. Why so transparent is unreadable, completely unreadable. Also the text here I think is super big, I don't know why. The text is insanely big. So I think we need to fix this. Container window background is transparent. Transparent. Should not be. And then container window text is too big. Right? I think this thing is bad. And the same for the single item. Also the single item has this window that is fully transparent, and I think it looks bad. And also the text is super big. So item description window background is transparent, it should not be. And item description window text is too big. Right? Also, I don't know why the icon is not showing. It's kind of weird. Why the icon is not showing? This should be an easy fix, no? Where is Jerry when I need him? Jerry, come back! Jerry, I need you now. Container window icon. Container window icon is not showing. And the same for the item description window. I think that this has never been implemented, by the way. It's not that they're not showing because there is a bug. It's just because I never placed an icon here. I think I never placed an icon here. Also, these icons are super weird. This empty icon should disappear. I mean, they should not have an empty thing. Okay, so we will fix that. Then what else? Let me try to speak with these guys. There is this problem of the triple name. You see the triple name, so we have the only good one is this one with the background, with the black background, right? But we have, for some reason, we have his name another time, and the name of the guy that was in front of us. And so basically you see 3 names here, so that's super bad. This you should fix it. This we should fix it somehow, huh? So fix, so when speaking with NPC, I see 2 times his name, plus if there is another NPC in front, I also see his name, which is a bit of a annoying thing. If I say hi, what does it say? It's saying, greetings, Honorable Cran. What may I do for you? He's actually speaking, which is nice. If I trade with him, what happens? I cannot open my inventory though. Ah, yes, I can. If I want to give him this, he actually sent it back to me, but he didn't give me any information because I think that the information is probably on the chat window, which is at the moment not displayed. That's not good. Okay, if I say bye, yeah, exactly. You see that in the chat window it said that he doesn't need that and he declined the trade, but it's actually not visible when I'm speaking with him in the chat. But anyway, now it seems that he's moving a bit better. Probably finished to calculate all the shader stuff. Okay, we're gonna fix that. Then let me try the different windows, okay? Because here we are testing a bit, you know, at random, just to see if there is something that is really broken. Let me try to say hi to myself. Okay. Let me try to wave. Okay. I think it's okay. So if I click on the chat shows up and I can resize it. The skills window. Ah, yes, we always have this problem of the skills. We have this problem of the stats, which are not showing up because we don't have enough data. Yeah, this is something also that I can fix fairly quickly. I can... yeah, this one should be fixed. Maybe this one is the one that we should fix first. Factions. Faction, I think I never connected the right window, probably. The ways, I can see them all. The jobs, I don't know, I think you may have the same problem. I think we need to have at least one value, even if it's fake, but I think we need to have at least one value for each. Otherwise, yeah, so let me take a note of that. Otherwise they don't show up. So, in the skills window, not all the skills are showing because we don't have talents for each. Add some dummy temporary talents for all. This one we can do right now. I think is very easy. For the rest, it seems to work fine. By the way, I would like to have the same background, you know, that we have here on the container window and on the other window. Hello, crazy gamers. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think we have this problem of but this one I can fix fairly quick. Is there any way to debug an online game while playing? That's a good question. You mean a game that you made or a game or any game? But if it's a game that you made, obviously yes. That is what I'm doing now. And you can launch Unreal Engine in debug mode in Visual Studio, and you can follow the execution of the program through Visual Studio. One easy way is just to put some printouts like this that tell you what the hell is going on. Another way is to use the Visual Studio debugger. Any game? Yeah, if it's a game that you didn't make, then it's way harder. I would say no. I mean, it's possible, but the problem is that, for example, if it's a Steam game and you are trying to access the memory where the Steam game is, and you are trying to tamper a bit with it, it may be seen as a hack, you know? It may be seen as you trying to cheat on the game. And so it may have negative consequences on your Steam account and on your ability to play the game. So I would say no. I mean, I would say it's not a good idea. Okay, that one we need to fix. Now, here the inventory window, I think pretty much is, I mean... This one is good, apart from the thing that we already said that this window is not great. What the hell is free slots? I have no idea. Free slots is 0. What is this? I don't know what is this. But this is the money that we have, which by the way is missing a tooltip or something, so we don't know what is it. Right. We have a tooltip here. Oh, we don't have a tooltip here. But anyway, I think this window is fine. We have a quest window. If I click on completed, let's see what happens, because actually I think that this character doesn't have any completed quests. Okay. Strange. I need to check that though. Because in theory they should show up. I can try with another character, but spellbook. Why we are missing the? Why we are missing all the icons? I think I loaded all these icons, no? I think I loaded all these icons. No? We didn't? You are doing this for bug hunting, or hello Zwei, welcome. It is for a good reason. Yeah, it's for a good reason, but you may anyway get in trouble. This is what I'm saying. If it's a Steam game. If it's not a Steam game, then it's a bit easier. Because you don't have all the anti-cheat, you know. But depends which game it is and which kind of anti-cheat he has, and how you know sensitive it is on Valorant. Valorant has the Vanguard, so you can try, but I have Valorant installed, by the way. I played it a bit. But you can try. The worst thing that may happen is that you lose your account. So maybe do it on an account where you don't have, you know, both, where you didn't buy any skins or where you didn't spend money on it. So I remember I did a job about icons, right? Here it is. SQL spells. Actually, I did it, but I didn't put it into the... update schema. So actually it is not getting applied, right? Yes, I think so. We should... Strange though that I didn't do it, but let me see. I think in our schema icons, well, it's been changed in May, so I guess that probably... Yeah, that's probably true. So we probably did not update this file. Yes, I guess we didn't. So we can add all the spells here. So this is something you can do immediately. And we can do this update. We said update spells image 296, where image name like blah blah blah. Yeah, seems to be correct. So yeah, So this one I think we can do immediately, but we need to check it then. So we need to... I can put it in the list, but I think we then need to check that it's actually working. Fix the spell icons. Okay, let me try to run this. Okay, he updated 96. He updated 96 rows out of 134. That's a bit weird. Why? Why only 96 out of 134? I don't know. Well, maybe because not all the basic glyphs have a spell associated. Yeah, that could be. That could be. Okay. Now we executed that, so let me try. Is it enough to restart the client? No. Because this is taken from the database. So I need to restart the server as well. But, let's say, let me do something just to simplify our life. I will restart the server, but I will ask him not to load NPC and items for a second, okay? So that we can test only that fix. Scripts, no, config. Default server config. So I will say populate items false and populate NPC false, okay? Just for this run, so we can quickly test if the server is running fine. And we have the spell icons. You should figure out Vanguard. No, I mean, Vanguard is your problem, is not what you need to investigate. So Vanguard you should ignore, but it may get into the way when you are trying to access the memory of Valorant. So you see, now you see me moving my head. In the previous software, in this case my avatar would stand still. You would not see this. Which I think is an advantage. I still think it's bouncing up and down too much. But remember that it's been released today, so I'm expecting that they are doing a lot of bug fixes after the people are reporting issues, so... Valorant is a nice game anyway, I like it. Which character were you playing? I was playing Sage a lot, because I played in the beta and so the new character were not there, but I was playing Sage when you could place the wall basically everywhere. Now they restricted so much the range of the wall. But at the beginning was very, very nice. Okay, so the good news is that at least we fixed the spell icons, as you can see. Nice. And What is this button at the bottom? The thing at the bottom without without an icon? That is so bad. Why we cannot have an icon here? I think it's the it's the spell research. We should put an icon in this thing. Can I cast the spell on me? I did it, or I didn't. It says that I feel stronger, so I guess I did it. Yeah, we are still missing the active magic window. That's a big miss. Big miss. Okay. So this one we fixed. So I would say that this guy, this thing is done. Fix the spell icons. Now, let me do this one, which should also be another easy fix, but I think it's very needed. But before doing that, let me see if on the other windows we have anything else to do. So this one seems to be fine. Well, we need to put an icon here though, huh? I think it's super bad to have no icon. So let me say spellbook is missing the icon on the research button, right? Spellbook window. Right, and sometimes when I look to the right like this and I just move my head slightly, the character is look at that, the character is bouncing like crazy. I don't know why. Only when I'm looking at the right side, but and on the right side I have the other monitor where there is the chat, but okay, so let me see if the other windows have any issue, right? So the guild window, this is the guild window. I have no members. This is the permission thingy. I think the size is wrong. The size of the window is wrong. You see? It doesn't go up to the bottom. Yeah, and also here it doesn't go to the bottom. So I think we have a problem with the size of the window. Yeah. This also is an easy fix, but I think we need to do it. So fix sides of guild window. It's too short vertically. Okay, so also this one I think is easy enough. Let me see if I want to invite someone. What happens? Can I invite someone or not? Do I need to have someone selected to invite? Invite. Online only. Oh no, you need to click on a guy. I didn't test this too much, so I don't know how much this is really working. Let's go, boys. I don't know. I clicked on it, but it doesn't give me any information if it's been saved or not. I think these buttons are not working. So I think there is still a bit of work to do on the guild window actually. Stats is only this thing. I don't love it because it's a bit rough, you know, so that these indicators are very, very rough. But anyway, that's what it is. Bodies. I have 2 bodies. Eonwind and more than. Okay. I can click on them and I can edit. No. I have the group, but the group at the moment there is no one online, so I guess. Then I have the petition. The petition, I think we tested it enough, right? New petition. Yeah, this thing should be working. It has to be tested a bit, but I think the managed petition should be working fine because we tested it quite a bit. The shortcut window, which is this one, I think also we tested it a lot. They may still have some bugs, but should be okay. The option window, I don't know, the option window. Yeah, there is something I would like to change. We should have all the keys. Oops, I just, yeah, we should have all the keys assigned in this window. That would be very nice. Actually, you can change that. But I think at the moment it contains only a sort of a sample. Ah no, actually there is stuff. It's just it was not very visible because there's interface, chat, display. I don't like the fact that these windows are not the same size of this window. I mean, it feels super bad. I mean, this thing should be the same size, or should resize with this one, right? This one I never tested, so I don't know if they really work. Dev menu, no, I don't know. Made with love for you to enjoy. Look at this. Look at these credits, right? This credits window. Website is actually launching a browser on the website. Okay, nice. And forum is actually launching a web browser on the forum. Okay, nice. But yeah, I think all of that is nice. And the help window doesn't exist. The help window is actually open in the chat, but I don't know why. And the quit button definitely works. Okay, so I think that, yeah, let's proceed with the fixes that we said. The first one I want to do is to ensure that all the skills are properly displayed here. And to do that, we need at least one talent for each of the abilities. So which is this one. In the skill window, all the skills are showing. Okay, to fix that, by the way, let me see now how much. You see, without items and without NPC, the server is now using only 12% of CPU. Very easy. Very easy. Okay, so to fix that, I need to go and check the let me see, there is a message. I don't know, there is a long list of new features, but no, nothing relevant. Sorry, I got distracted. So we were trying to fix the abilities. Yes, to fix the abilities, what I need to check that in our so this one, by the way, was correct, so I'm gonna save it. In our update schema, not the coordinate, in our update schema, I think we have the creation of the new table for abilities, right? Which is this one, skill abilities. And then there is this thing, you see, some dummy data. The problem of some dummy data is that is not enough. This dummy data is not enough. We need a full set of dummy data to ensure that we can have the visualization of all the skills. Skill abilities. Skill abilities. So let's do it in the database that we are working on now, which is the production database. At the moment we have Crystal Realm. I think considering that this is important correction to the text. Yeah, I think these ones are obviously just dummy text, you know, and we have the same here. I'm just not fully, I don't understand fully. Yes, these are the different levels that you reach at the different, okay, so, okay. Yeah, so basically, without going into so much detail, because there's all of this is fake, right? All this is just fake stuff, but I think we need to have one for each ability and each skill. So I think that probably I'm reasoning what is the easiest way to do this. But the easiest way will be to do a query on skills, right? And the skills are divided by group and category. But we don't care about that because we are just working on the skill ID. Yeah, maybe the easiest, you know what it is to do an insert based on this with a random, with a kind of a random number. So I think I can delete all these values, even if somehow I like these funny quotes, but you can assassinate a plant without her noticing, so that's, I think it's very nice. You will not eat yourself with mouse traps. I think that's very good. So But I think we can delete all of that. I think we can delete all this and just do a mega insert, automatic mega insert. And the automatic mega insert will be something like let me see if I can get the insert statement. So it will be like insert into skill abilities. ID name, blah, 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 blah. And then values will actually be, can I do the select here? Will be select from, no, it's not star for sure. Is select whatever from skills. Like where, no, just select star from skills. But here I will have to select, you know, the right fields, because for sure I want to select the ID. The ID can be auto-generated for the skill abilities, by the way. I hope this one is auto increment. No, it's not. That's annoying. So it's not auto incrementing. That's annoying. If I can get it from the skills, I think I can use the same ID actually. I mean, if I generate it like this, I can use the same ID. So I can do something like ID, and then name will be like ability 1 or ability, or you know, temp ability. And then the skill ID will still be ID, and the skill rank will be always 10. The description will be TBD, and the rank icon will be empty, and the skill icon will be empty. Can I do something like this? No, huh? Obviously doesn't like it. If I do this, because I have to do like an inner query, right? Doesn't like me. Sorry, as S is Oracle and not MySQL. I cannot do it like this, huh? I think it was possible to do. Don't remember just how, but I think I did it a few times, but I don't remember. Insert with select. Insert into blah blah blah. Select from. Yeah, so okay, so he wants the values, and then he wants the select just after. He doesn't like it. He really doesn't like it, boys. Can put it on the same. Oops. Can put it on the same line, but I don't think it makes any difference. Like this it works, but then what do you mean unknown column ID? Ah, because skills doesn't have ID. Maybe skills says skill ID. Okay. Okay. He's getting a duplicate entry, but that's good because it just means that he's trying to insert again number 1, which is already here. So I think we can just, let me just delete all of this. Right? And do it again. Okay, I think it did it. Nice. Yeah, I think something like that will be enough. So we are sure that we have at least one temp ability for all. And yeah, I think I can take this thing and put it into my upgrade schema. So we say some dummy data to ensure each skill has at least one ability. So it will show in the UI. I think I can delete all of this. Okay, that's good. So we have, so let me see if now we see all the values. Hello, Gustavo. As far as I know, you can only insert one per time. And I just did it, bro. I just did it. So no, it is possible. Are you Italian? Because your name sounds Italian. Your name sounds Italian. I feel I'm a bit too low on the window. Like if I'm hiding below like this, you know, I'm hiding below the window. while here I'm a bit more up, but if you could keep the same height, I think it would be easier for me. But your family is Italian? Okay. Ah, you asked it already? Okay. You are Brazilian. Sorry, I was not remembering that. You are Brazilian. Okay, so I don't know why my character starts in this freaking position. Like he's levitating, you know. and is a wizard, is a yoga guru, and he can do whatever he wants. I think this thing crashed. No, I didn't. I don't know why we are in this like floating position when we start. And as soon as I move, you know, the feet are going down. Man, I don't know. I think it's a matter of the first initialization of the IK on ALS, which is not really working as expected. I don't know. So weird. Okay, but the fix was to ensure that we had at least one skill. You see that now we have all the skills here. Yes, we have this temp ability. We have has to be defined, but you know, we have now all the skills and also all the ones for combat. Now, is there a scroll bar? No, there is no scroll bar. So or it fits in your screen or you will never see them. That's probably not the best design, but no, we see here all the things. Now we see here all the things. Wow, I have anti-magic. I have anti-magic, which by the way is not implemented. Nice. Jobs there are so many that or we put a scroll bar or this thing will never work, huh? Because you see, and I cannot scroll, so it's we need a scroll bar here. I don't know how many there are, but there are quite a lot. And various as well. So we need to add a scroll bar to a vertical at least. Horizontal? No. Because I think horizontal is anyway trying to match the sides of the window. These one are black because I didn't reach them yet. While these one are like this because I reached that value. So I think is meaningful. Okay, so now we see them all. Now let me just add the scrolling, because without scrolling is not really reasonable. And remember that now we have the server which is not loading the NPC and the items. That's why it starts so quick. That's why it starts so quick. I think I'm thirsty. Let me take a bit of water. Water sound. Much better. So I think in the UI, if I go under UI game, widgets, no, Windows, yes, Windows skills. Windows skills. I don't know if the widget, I don't know if we have a separate widget for the skills or is contained into this window. This I don't remember. Scroll box. Well, in theory there is a scroll box. There is a scroll box. Scroll box. Scroll box. Yes, there is a scroll box. So why the scroll box is not activating? If the content is bigger than that? Maybe because it doesn't stick to the sides of the window? No, it seems it does, because he has already horizontal alignment. Maximum horizontal, maximum vertical. Let me just check the orientation, vertical, scroll bar visibility, collapse, collapsed. I mean, collapsed. I hope that he pops up when we need to scroll, right? You just see the eyes of my avatar the big part of the time? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's not true. You need to refresh the page, man, or something. See? I mean, yes, my mouth is a bit cut off, but I think it's anyway reasonable. No? You want me a bit higher? This is how you should see it. Right? If you see it in any other way, it means that it's not correct. But I can make it slightly bigger on the bottom. Maybe. 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 Oh. Like this. Maybe like this is better. So I'm staying more high, but the vertical part is a bit weird. So sometimes my character goes up, sometimes it goes down. It's not very easy to control where your character is. Depends how much I stay at the back like this. And it basically goes up and my neck is becoming longer. And I don't know. But you should see me pretty much full. You know? So why this scroll is not scrolling? That's a good question. We have a scroll box, but this scroll box is not scrolling. Allow overscroll. Disable to stop scroll bar from activating inertial overscrolling. What the? The visibility of the widget. Visibility collapsed. Yes, this is correct because anyway we turn it on when we have data. When we are clicking on the top button, on the top tab, then we enable the specific one. So I think that's okay. It's just a bit weird that if we have the scroll box, is actually not. By the way, I don't know why this scroll box is going like this. And this scroll box is going like this. What the? Why one is going to the left, one is going to the right? Don't get it. Is the spacer position which is making the difference? I don't understand this thing. Scale 1 1, share 0 0, pivot 0 1, 0 0 5 0 5. Now these values are all identical between these two. But this one is a bit different because here we have a window for the factions. But the windows for the faction... It looks like this container, you know? This container here is not really doing what we need. These overlay vertical scroll boxes. Scroll box horizontal. Row 2. Because there is a kind of a grid. So there is a main grid which is keeping track of all of this. Then inside this grid there is an horizontal scroll box. Which, by the way, I don't agree too much to, but there is a big horizontal scroll box which is containing all the vertical scroll boxes. Then there is this one which is basically staying on top, and I think is fine. And then there is the selector for the tabs. Okay. So the selector for the tab is row 0, column 0. So it's basically the top left. This thing the same. And this thing is row 2. Why row 2 and not row 1? What happens if I do row 1? It's fucking up everything, huh? It's becoming super big. Adding -16, yes, because okay, it's trying to stay at the to have a space between, but I think the problem is in this scroll box horizontal that we have here, which is then containing all the vertical scroll boxes. Grid main. Column fill. The column fill rules. One array element 0. Row fill. So this is basically the number of rows that we want to have and column we want to have in our grid. One column and 3 rows. I don't know why we need 3 rows, because actually we have only 2. And why the row field 2 is 1? What is this 1 doing? If I put 1 here, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The row fill rules. Do you have any idea what this is doing? Is the percentage of the row compared to the vertical? Yeah, probably it is, huh? Probably this one is the percentage of the rows. But I don't have a row 2. I only have a row 0 and a row 1. So I can say that, yeah, this is the percentage, definitely. So I can say that 0.1%, but why we want to do it in percentage like this? But anyway, I can say that 0.1 is the top row and 0.9 is the rest. So basically the row 0 is only this piece, which is 1/10 of the whole thing. But I don't even think that it should be done, because I don't want to fill by percentage, I want to fill by absolute on the top. But so basically this is, if I'm increasing this, they are all scaling, you know, they are all scaling proportionally. But you see, my progression should be row 0 as well, right? Should be on top of that. So I don't know why this one is here and this one is there. So like they are not matching for whatever freaking reason. Because this one was not specified as top. Okay, fine. I understand. So now it should be, I mean, let me just see one thing. Okay, let me just save it like this and see if this actually did a change, because I want to understand if this desired on screen is actually making a difference in the way I see it. But, and also let me do another test. Just let me take one random, like the jobs, and let me enable the vertical scroll bar anyway, so we put it always visible. Okay, let me try now. Because what we need is basically that the scroll box is matching the size of the window. So that's what we need, nothing else. and then that it creates a scroll bar when the content is exceeding, right? Server is still starting, unfortunately it takes a bit. Meanwhile, while he's starting, I think we can check the medium tent. Let me just check if the medium tent was actually has some issue. I think it should be under things. There should be tent, big tent, medium tent, small tent. Big tent. Yes, he has the wrong material. Big tent 01 material. Unless this is used also by other stuff. Big tent material 01. What? Tent minus big. Tent small. Tent medium. So this one seems to be using the wrong material. Not exactly sure why. Yeah, this one seems to be fine. Maybe it's not properly specified in the... Maybe it's not properly specified. Yeah, I think the issue is here somewhere. Tent big 01. Tent big, tent medium, tent small. I think this one are being confused with the other tents, the one of the gobble. Bye. Thank you. We also have another problem. We also have the robes. We have so many pieces that I would like to fix, you know, but cannot fix them all. Cannot fix. Look at this position. Wow. So now we forced. So the top stays where it should stay, which I think is fine. Now we forced in the jobs to have the things visible. Yeah, now it shows. But it shows only for the jobs. Why? Also, why these indicators are showing only at a certain... So I need to make this visible, otherwise for some reason is not doing it. It's not doing it automatically, at least. So I need to make the bar visible, and then it seems to work fine. We could skin it. We could skin this, but I think it's kind of okay. I mean, it's not too bad. So we will just make it visible for all the things. Now this factions thing, it's very weird. I don't understand too much. What is this? This factions window. Because I actually built it. This is another problem that we need to check, but okay, let me enable all the scroll bars. So I think that's the way to do it. I think it's probably a better idea. So we will enable them all by default. So we'll make them all visible. In theory, the idea was that they would pop up when needed, but it seems it's not doing it, so I would just do it this way. So about the factions window, let me just check one thing about the factions window, because I'm a bit surprised that nothing is showing up, but it could be related to the data that we have, because we did some changes to factions for sure. We did some changes. Win function rank, win function negative, win function name. But we don't have a win faction. No, we have. Yes, we have a win skill factions. Okay. Now this one should be populated with the factions that are coming from. But I think I never tested it with the production database like now. So I think that my character. Maybe this is something we can check. My character. My character is ID 9, whatever is this ID. And let me see which kind of factions he has. Factions and factions rank. Because I did some changes here. Wait. I did some changes. Character factions. Okay, is this one? Where character ID equal to this. So yes, I have some factions values 6, 9, 11, 13, 14, 63. Okay, so these factions 6, 9, 11, 6, 9, 11, they are actually valid factions. But why? Faction description, faction character. Faction ranks. Because I remember I did a lot of changes to factions. So what I'm thinking is that I didn't port them to create table faction ranks. Right. Insert into faction ranks. Okay. Yeah, the question is why I'm getting basically an empty screen, you know, instead of getting, because I'm getting, actually I'm getting 4 text blocks, right? Is there a way to debug? Let me see if I have in the client, if I have faction. Yes, I have it. I have received faction Iron Hand ID 6, received faction Crystal Order ID. Yeah, actually I got the values. Now these values seems they are not getting, they are not populating. They are not populating. There is something broken in the factions, huh? Received faction Iron Hand, right? So why, so if it's true that you received it, right? If it's true that you received it, why I see it like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I receive 6 factions, but I see them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I received 6 factions. So actually, those are fine. But they don't get displayed properly. Receive faction standing from the server. Receive faction standings. Win skill faction. Clear children. Okay, and that's fine. Screen faction ranks. Clear children. That's fine. Set current selected faction to empty. Set factions equal to the one that are coming in. Set faction standing. Okay. Then he's doing a loop on factions. And here we see the printout, right? Received faction ID, blah blah blah, with the name. Now we create the widget. We create widget faction name, which I guess is as simple as the icon and the text box. Okay, so which makes sense. Then are we sending name to him or not? Get current selected faction is valid. Faction is valid. Set current selected faction. Well, this one I don't know, but okay. Setup. Yes, the setup is setup function. The setup should just set the name, right? Faction name, set text, in text. Set faction ID, get data. Okay. DT factions. So I think I need to add a printout here, because this is where we are bailing out. Trying to display a non-existing faction in DT factions. So I think that we didn't populate. Yes, exactly. We didn't populate this. So all of them are failing. All of them are failing. Oh, I think we finished the time. No. Am I still live? Yes, I'm still live. Fuck, it's so late, boys. Tonight passed super quick, but yeah, I think what we need to fix. We need to fix Atlas factions. Let me just check this Atlas, okay? Atlas icons. Game materials. Atlas icons factions. Atlas icon factions. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, fine. So what I can do for now, okay, which is just again a bit of a patch, but I can just put a random value just to have this thing displayed properly. So we need because it's searching by row name. And so we need to be sure that all the existing factions, whatever they are, which are in our database, all of those. Wow. So from 1 to, I think they are all from 1 to 64. And I don't know if we will use them all, but probably not, because for example, these ones in the middle we will not use. But that from 1 to 64, we need to add a value here. Otherwise, you will not show up. How can I do this in a very, very quick way? I think I can. Do I have? I think I can make kind of an Excel file of this, unless I did it already. Let me search for, I don't think so, but let me search for factions. No, we don't have. But I can make it. Because I think we will have any way to load them somehow automatically. So I think it's better if we... But wait a second, I think these are the ODS, but then I think I'm loading CSV, right? I'm loading CSV. There it is. We have some like DT texture, DT item icons. Yes, I think I just need to copy. I just need to copy one of those. Is it opening it or not? Okay, row and texture. So here we have row and texture. So yes, I need to have the same. I need to have row and description. And then I need to have X, Y, and mesh, but mesh would be empty. X, Y, and mesh. And then I need... So let me save this as... Save as... CSV. And we call it DT factions. And we call it DT factions. Keep current format, yes. And I just need the numbers between 1 and 64. And then I need, we can cut off everything below this. And we can, yeah, so I think I will just cycle for now. So I will just take, this, and everywhere will be the same. What? Everywhere will be the same atlas where we have the icons, but we will change this one. So we will go for 0, 0, and then 0, 1, and then 0, 2. I don't know how many we have. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can go up to 0, 4 actually, because it starts from 0. So 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and 0, 4. And then I think we can just replicate this a million times, right? And so at least we will have dummy icons. I mean, not the good icons, but at least we have dummy icons for all the factions, and so they will actually show up, right? Okay, so let me save this. And then if I try now to re-import my data table, so I will do re-import, and now I point to my content data, and I import my DT faction CSV. Here it is. I have now all the values, which is nice. So I save this. So now at least we should get okay. Let me try in game. So now we should get for each of the factions at least the icon and the name, I guess. By the way, I think it's a better idea to set 1 second. I think this one really is better if we do it before this, because I mean, the fact that it failed, yeah, even if the button will not be good as well. Anyway, it's a bit better, but it's still obviously broken. But in case we don't find an entry in the data table, but it's a bit better because it's set. So at least you see the name, right? Okay, this is the last test, then I absolutely need to go. There's no way I can stay more. Ah, time flies, boys. Time flies. Time flies. Time flies. So this will be fixing this will be fixing something that we didn't list, but this one we fixed. In the skill window, not all the skills are showing, so this one we fixed. Also, we fixed the scroll, right, which was missing. And now we are fixing the factions which are not displaying. So yeah, so we did some fixes anyway. Yeah, I also need to sleep sometime. That's annoying, but that's the way it is. Okay, so now if I go under factions, okay. At least I don't see an icon here, I don't know why. But at least I see the names. I don't know why I don't see the icons though. Fuck. Because it's not 0, it's not 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 2, it's the opposite. This is the X and this is the Y, and the Y should be all 0. That's why. No, all 0. Because they are all in the first row. Okay, so we can then re-import the table and it will be fine. You see how good it is to have it on an Excel file, because now I can just do re-import factions and boom, it's automatically fixed, so I don't have to go and change anything. Now let me see if the scroll bar, yeah, the scroll bar is showing here, which is good, and is actually properly working for my skills. This is scrolling, this is scrolling. Okay, so all of those are good. Nice. And yeah, the only thing is that when I do this, then the scroll bar is disappearing because the scroll bar is at the end. So it seems that this widget is still keeping his own like size, you know, and is not obeying to the but it's okay. So now the problem is that if I click on one, in theory something should appear here on the right, right? All the description of the iron hand, but this is not happening. So there is another problem that we have. So there is some other weird issue with the faction not opening, but I think we can do it tomorrow, right? I think we can do it tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. I think I'm gonna go. If you can, follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that would be nice of you. Also, if you want, you can check our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift, where we have videos and news about the game, and it will give you access to the alpha release as soon as it's ready. So yeah, so we will go through this bug fixing for a few days. And then in the meantime, we will continue to update the Linux and the Mac servers so that, the Linux and the Mac machine, so that we can generate the new releases. And then I think we can release, okay? Hello Yin4, thank you a lot. Thank you a lot for your comment. That's appreciated. That is exactly what I need. I need some motivation, you know, from people to continue in this impossible endeavor. Okay. See you guys. And thanks for watching and see you soon. Tomorrow evening I will be here. Absolutely yes.